Alright, back here with some more budget magic. Playing the mono white blink Emeria control something something deck. Pretty sweet. So let's see what we're up against now. Oh, mono red. I am very interested to see how this matchup goes. Well, I think we need to let Vexing Devil die and take the 4, especially considering we can gain that. Well, I guess we let the Vexing Devil live and take no damage. That was definitely not my plan. So we might lose because of that. I guess as I was talking, I clicked the wrong button. The plan was to let Vexing Devil die, take the 4, play Lone Missionary to gain the 4 back. Now we're in this weird place where we're taking the damage, and we're probably going to take more than 4 from that Vexing Devil, basically. Swift Spear. So we'll see. We could still get out of this. But that was definitely a big mistake on my part. Good news is our opponent is down to 3 cards. Bad news is we are down to 11 life. Although we're about to gain some back with Lone Missionary. The problem is Lone Missionary can't just block Vexing Devil when we could have basically traded Lone Missionary with Vexing Devil by having it sacrifice. So we'll play Lone Missionary here. Go up to 15. Oblivion Ring actually is a pretty solid draw. That is a way to get rid of Vexing Devil and then play double Squadron Hawk the following turn. Good news is, post board, we have many copies. Oh man, Searing Blood here is basically GG. We have many copies of Core Firewalker, 3 I believe, which is something this deck really doesn't want to see. Yep. So we're going to be taking 6, hoping our opponent's last card isn't a Bolt. We have, a Path on top. A Path isn't bad. So now we are just going to trade with Goblin Guide. Yep, so we're down to 9. Now I think our best bet is to play a Squadron Hawk for chumping purposes. We get to get 2 more Squadron Hawks. No reason to get the last one because I think we want to wait and path on our opponent's turn. So we'll pull out 2 more, going back up to 7 cards in hand. And then we will ship the turn. Now, depending on what our opponent does, we might chump Vexing Devil and path a Swift Spear, and then play 2 Squadron Hawks next turn. Then the following turn we can O-Ring plus Squadron Hawk, and then after that we can Sun Titan. And the Sun Titan hopefully will be enough to win us the game, especially since it can get back the Lone Missionary. So we're going to chump Vexing Devil and path a Swift Spear. We could also draw another Lone Missionary, which would be solid. That would help buy us some time. Missionary plus Squadron Hawk would be better than double Squadron Hawk. So we're going to fall to 8. That Vexing Devil misclick ended up being pretty costly. Alright, what do we draw? Another Sun Titan. Alright, so we'll just play double Squadron Hawk here. Hope that we can live. So search out our last Squadron Hawk. Okay. And play another one. No reason to search this time. Alright, so our hope is that our opponent is on blanks. Number 1. We can double chump into Squadron Hawk Oblivion Ring. Then in the next turn, 2 turns, we need to draw another land to Sun Titan back a Lone Missionary. There's Boros Charm number 1. And that's what we were worried about. If there's another Boros Charm, we're just dead. Can't do anything about that. That said, Core Firewalker. It's about the best sideboard card in this matchup. Yeah, it seems like if our opponent could kill us, they might as well just do it. Although there's a very real risk that they just chain together burn and kill us anyway. So we're going to need at least 2 more turns to gain life. Yep, so double chump. The problem with taking the damage from Swift Spear is it puts us down to 3, and then we're dead to Lightning Bolt and Rift Bolt and Lava Spike or whatever other 3 damage burn spell they might be playing. Shard Volley, about 1,000,000 3 damage burn spells. Or our opponent has Searing Blaze, but they didn't play a land, did they? So they have Searing Blaze plus Lightning Bolt or something? I mean, they would have played the land and just killed us. Something weird is happening. We might just be getting slow rolled. Okay. So I have no idea why our opponent felt it necessary to attack there. They could have just done all of that pre-combat. But what do I know? So we definitely want 3 core Firewalkers. We might want to get rid of this Dismember. Kind of a hard matchup to pay life in. The rest of our cards, Wall of Omens is pretty good. Lone Missionary is great. Mortipod, kind of need it as a combo piece. And it doesn't really kill much of anything. Not by itself, at least. You can shoot something, equip something, shoot something, but maybe go down a Day of Judgment and a Sun Titan? Drawing multiple Sun Titans against Mono Red seems pretty bad, but we really want to draw 1. I don't know, maybe it should just be the Day of Judgment. Day of Judgment can be good sometimes, but not always. Alright, now with fewer misclicks, hopefully. We'll play first. Oh my god. So, we have 2 Ghost Quarters, but a core Firewalker. I think we gotta ship it, unfortunately. Well, this hand is worse. And our opponent starts with a Leyline of Punishment, which is pretty bad. I guess we have some tricks where we could maybe Flicker Wisp it, but that just totally counteracts core Firewalker. So that's disappointing. We might not be winning this one. Well, I guess we'll go untap land into Squadron Hawk, at least start getting something on the battlefield. And this reloads our hand with Squadron Hawks. And that's the nice thing about Squadron Hawk is even though we'll probably have to play a tap land next turn, we still get to play something. I don't know if we want to block if our opponent does nothing. Yeah, Leyline of Punishment. Players can't gain life, damage can't be prevented. That is a blowout. I knew that the red deck played it in their sideboard, but when they have it for free on turn 0, that's pretty bad for us. Especially since our main plan for beating them is gaining life and preventing damage. So like, normally, core Firewalker would be great. Well, I think we still play core Firewalker here. Normally that card's just good game for the red deck. But with Leyline of Punishment, it doesn't do much. It's just a 2/2 for 2. But I think the reason to play it there is if we draw an O-Ring, we can get rid of that Leyline. And then we'll have the active core Firewalker that will hopefully take over the game. I think we're going to get punished pretty hard for that misplay in game 1. I don't think we can block here. Wow. What can our opponent possibly have? Well, I guess we play Pilgrim's Eye, search out of Plains. If our opponent had a Boros Charm or something, it makes a lot more sense to just attack. Maybe they don't realize exactly how Leyline works, because Pro Red doesn't matter if damage can't be prevented. So we'll search out of Plains, but then we'll just play the Emeria. Alright, so our opponent, for some reason, sure, it doesn't work, but we'll use it. So for some reason, our opponent, I don't get it. We were tapped out last turn. They could have done all this while they were attacking with a Monastery Swiftspear, and either gotten in 3 extra damage or got rid of our core Firewalker. But instead, they did not do that. Maybe they're just going to burn us out anyway, and it doesn't matter. I mean, another Boros Charm plus Lightning Bolt, and we're dead from 14. Oh, Leyline of Punishment. That is the perfect name for that card, because it is punishing when it's good. Ball Lightning. That's not a real card, but okay. Well, unfortunately, it's still probably going to kill us. Does it matter? I guess going to 1 isn't much different than 2 against this deck. There's nothing that deals 1 damage that they play. Path. Oh boy. Alright. Squadron Hawk. Squadron Hawk. And we'll ship the turn. And we're probably dead. Any burn spell does it, so most likely. I really don't think this is a bad matchup. I think our opponent ran pretty well and happened to draw a sideboard card that's very good for the matchup.